Good morning. It is Saturday, April 7th? I think it's the 7th. I got up, done not much, really. But I did talk to my mom. And she's coming over at some point. We're getting me a vacuum today, apparently. And so whatever, she found a Dyson someone saw it online. So we're gonna go get that, but it sounds like we might go do some other shopping and hang out a bit around that, so that'll be fun. And one of the things I've sort of decided on is because I'm trying to get place sorted, cleaned, etc. One of the things that's been just sort of sitting around taking up space that doesn't need to for so long, months, are these few posters that I just haven't decided, do I want to put up? Where do I want to put them? So first, these two fabric ones, and I haven't quite decided. I'll look at each, but one will go right here and the other on the opposite. They'll fit there, that'll work. Nice spot where really I'd have very limited options for where to put those, so that's those decided. And then it pretty much comes down to, do I want to put any others of these up? If not, roll them up, and at least by the end of the day, the goal would be to actually get the ones that I'm going to put up, have this table cleared off, maybe even put that one away because that one folds up better than this one in here, and this one I can move in there so that this extra table that's sitting here can go against that wall. Try and get some of that done. Just in my process here of trying to clean the place up and make it function, make it where I can bring in more stuff, really, because got to get some more stuff from the house, because right now my stuff is filling up their garage after the flood. Yeah, just got to keep that process going. How'd I do that? Okay, I decided I had the Alice in Wonderland and the Doctor Who banners, and they were each going to go on one side or another. I thought about it each way and decided probably to put the Doctor Who one on the inside and the Alice in Wonderland outside, simply because that computer that it's sort of above is named Alice. I did it the wrong way. I'm fine with it. Now that I'm sitting here thinking, do I want to undo and redo that? Because the thing about these is they don't go up with the strips. Because they're fabric, they have to use the push pins. So there's little holes in the wall where they were put in now. So I was like, I can do it, and depending on how I go things, I might even be able to cover it up and not have to, patch up the wall. But also, once I got it up, I noticed, oh, well, it does look nice with this, but you'd see both of them the other way as well. But then I remembered, I have plans to put up this at the end of the hall. So, once I do get that up, I think actually this way, because they're all blue, this will be a very nice view with blue, blue, and there'll be blue right here as well. So I'm going to leave it and put the Alice in Wonderland one on the other side. Just as well. Alright, and I got that up there, so we have that. I've looked through the other posters that I still have sitting left over here, which aren't many. I think this is a nice, big, colorful one. I think I might put it right in this section here. That'll be nice. I've already decided I'm not going to use the wall scroll, at least at this time. I do not know where this is going, but I want this back up on my wall. So I'll try and sort that out today. As much as I love so much of this country music poster, I wish there was like a newer version, because there are some wonderful artists on here, but there are also so many wonderful artists that aren't, just because of when it was done. So I'm not going to use that one. I got enough Harry Potter posters in the other room. I'm not going to use that one. Still thinking about this one here. And then these last two, Sky High and V for Vendetta, I'm not going to use, but mostly just because it makes me sad. They have the little pinholes in the corners, which I guess the Pirates of the Caribbean ones does as well. But so I think those ones I'm going to put away as well. So I now have it down to 3 posters, one of which I know where it goes, the other 2 I'm not positive. So, progress. I'm clever. Okay, so I liked the whole little blue thing going on, but it was the lack of having Alice in Wonderland right above the computer named Alice. Well, I have a blue Alice in Wonderland poster that I was gonna put up, so I put it there with the same grouping, and imagine blue right here. We'll see that maybe tomorrow or something. I don't know. So yeah, that'll be right above this computer. And this is actually the first time that I've really done this. Part of my design with the computer was to make it where technically it can all pull away from the wall, because I have the wheels on that desk. And that was really helpful when I needed to get a stepladder up there to put up the poster. I've not really used it for any practical purposes, and it did have the downside that when it moved, the fan got like nudged and it started being really loud. So I had to turn off the computer to get it to not be loud. But, you know, when I actually try and start ever using it, if I do like that, I'm sure I can figure out solutions. And alright, so it's up. I now have all the posters from what I already own up, and now there's like lots of blank wall and stuff. But ultimately a lot of that was just me making the decision that if I didn't really want a poster up, it would be better to wait a little longer, and like I did with this one or things like that, just get to the point eventually where I can just buy new things that I would rather have up. So just sort of not feeling like the walls have to be covered right away. If it's not something I absolutely want up, let's just wait and find something I do. So it's enough color on the walls now that it's a little nicer in here. And probably not right now, because I just heard from my mom. She's on her way now. We're gonna go to Big Lots before going to get my new vacuum. But later today I will start rolling up posters and putting them all to store. So getting things out of the way at that point. So we're going to Big Lots, and it's in the same lot as Toys R Us. So I drove by, and they are still at just 30% off. So they're still not knocking that up to any bigger discounts. Look at all the people that are there, though. I guess they're still getting money. People are paying 30% because they're sentimental, maybe. Okay, so apparently her desire to go to Big Lots is because they're having some sort of sale today. And she already actually went through and kind of picked things out yesterday, and now she's just picking them up while the sale is going. So shouldn't take too long, which is good, because we don't have all that long until we need to go for our meeting with whatever the guy we're buying the vacuum from. So she got what she needed. Didn't take too long. Right now was the time we were originally going to leave my place, when we were just going to go straight to go get the vacuum. We're a little further away, but close to the highway, so it shouldn't take too much longer. Hopefully we'll still get there in time. Then we got Dyson vacuum. It's purple. I told my mom if she wants the purple one, I'll take hers. I'm fine either way. So I may end up with this one, or I may end up with the one I was borrowing for however many months. Whichever one you want. So we decided we were going to go out to eat afterwards, and we decided to come to Chevys Fresh Max, which I love. And growing up, there were a few around. This is the only one left. The others have been gone out of business. Anyways, this one has recently apparently upgraded their entrance, which probably means that they're not doing too bad, which is good, because I have for a while been concerned that the last one is going to go away as well. And the reason I don't come here more often is completely the price, but it's delicious. I'm going to just get fajitas, the chicken, and they have chips and like some of the best salsa you can get anywhere. Okay, price and distance of drive, or even just for that, I'd probably spend the price occasionally. If it were a little closer. We kind of had to come far away to get the vacuum, so we literally would have had to drive right by it to go home, so. So I got the fajitas, and it's all sizzling. We got our toppings, rice and beans, and this stuff here is the most delicious stuff.
What is that?
It's
Thank you.
Corn stuff. It's corn flavored kind of stuff. But yeah, that stuff is delicious. You can just hear it sizzling. So yeah. And so you can just pile everything on a tortilla and make it where nothing really fits and it's too big to practically eat, but yeah, that's kind of how I always do it, so I'll manage.
That is a very beautiful picture. That's a pretty dessert.
Yep. Sopapillas.
It's a pretty word, too.
Yeah. And so I was glad to get to go to Chevys. Apparently this is like the head store. It's, they just did a remodel. They're doing all right. They're probably not going out of business anytime soon. But it's someplace we don't go too often. It was like $50 for the pair of us to eat, so it's not exactly a cheap place to eat. But it is nice to go to occasionally. You know, growing up, it's where we go for birthdays or whatever, and so I do have some fond memories of it, and they have the best salsa.
They do.
So I just got home. It's fun hanging out with Mom. She's taking that vacuum, and so she's gonna get the other vacuum, her old one, cleaned up, and they'll bring that up and over, and I'll have that one, since there's a few extra features this one has that, for one, I don't need, and for two, I'd have to learn, and I'd rather just have the one that I know exactly how it works already. So yeah, I'm gonna get that one, and she'll get the purple one. She likes purple. Whatever. But yeah, otherwise, home at last. Gotta get those rolled up and posters put away. And also, I have all the posters that I chose not to do so far. They're all in the closet. I just sort of have jumble of tubes there with no posters and rolls of posters not in tubes. I'm gonna condense it, get rid of extra tubes that I don't need after properly storing all the posters now. Alright, and so I have a big stack of the tubes that are now empty and not used. I can get rid of. I may keep one or two in case I want to ever roll up game maps or things like that and store them, but for the most part I can get rid of a lot of those, and that'll clear up some space. This table is finally empty. That can be folded up and put away. I think I'm going to do that, and then take this one, move it into its place. So there's still going to be a table right there for me to do stuff, but this is just, basically that one folds in half. This one does not have a center seam, and this one needs to go against this wall. Just going to keep getting things moved and put away and organized, etc., etc., so on and so forth. Making progress. Table's over there. This table's here. The other table I'll just put against the wall here for now. I opened up this box and got... It didn't have a whole lot of stuff in it. It has some bulky stuff, like had a couple of hats. So I got those put somewhere. And it's a lot of old shoes. Most of which are more or less garbage. A lot of it's going to be deciding, alright, is this worth having? I think there's a good pair of shoes in there to keep as grubby shoes if ever I got to paint or something like that. And I might want to keep just a backup pair of black shoes in case something happens to my work shoes and I have to instantly have a pair to replace them. That kind of thing. But like, some of them are just like, okay, that was like 4 pairs of shoes ago and it's gross. They were probably gross when I got rid of them. But I always keep them as have a grubby shoe or a paint shoe. But I now have a few of those, so I'll figure out probably the best of the shoes that are really only good for just that sort of, whether it's painting or yard work or whatever it may be, that I could need that for. Probably have a shoe, a pair of shoes for that and not a bunch. Otherwise, right now, I think, okay, this empty box and these boxes here, just gonna get them out to the dumpster, just clear up a little more garbage in here, and enjoy finally having this space back. As I got this table moved. Oh, and there were also a couple of puzzles in that box, which reminded me, now that I have this table here where it goes, one of the ideas behind movies, I now could, and at some point probably will, I'm not sure how long, but start a puzzle. Have a puzzle on the table. It will not have to be disturbed in order to game with friends. I can do puzzles again. Exciting. Now, admittedly, part of me said, you know, that was my original idea, and part of me is now thinking, but I got a table in here in front of the TV. So I might want to do that as well. And of course, this chair works just fine to roll way over here because I have the, you know, wood flooring thing. So I might do that as well. But my original idea does not have this being here long term. Right now I have stuff stored under it, and I will end up with more stuff stored under and on it as part of bringing stuff over to organize. I edited a unboxing, the one I filmed last weekend. I finally got that edited. Over the week I have edited a couple of session videos because those are a lot more easy and predictable. Because I've kind of made the content decision of, yeah, sometimes we go off topic. That just stays in. That's, you know, getting to know me and my friends is also part of the D&D campaigns I run. So I just sort of weave any off-topic stuff in. So I don't have to edit around it, which makes it easy. And also, like I said, you know, just getting to know people. But, so those, I've done a few of those. But the next video that goes up has to be the unboxing. So I sat down and I got that edited. A little more work, not a whole lot more. And that'll export overnight. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe could have gotten a couple more things cleaned up around here, but for the most part, I did pretty good today. It is a noticeable difference between today and yesterday as far as the way the place looks. Definitely have a little more space that I could bring more stuff over from my mom's, which is good, because I probably need to do so soon, because I know I got so much stuff filling up her garage, and that's not good, that's not nice. But yeah, so I have that. Otherwise, it's starting to get a little bit late. I'm just tired either way. So I'm going to head to bed. Thank you for joining me, and join me as my journey continues.